Welcome to Love, Lies, and the Truth.
Welcome yourself. What does it actually mean to respect someone's past?
Respecting somebody's past when it comes to what? Sexual past history?
I guess in the context of this conversation, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so. I'm feeling like it is simply having the room to accept that a a person that you may be wildly in love with has had a life prior to knowing you,
Sure.
and has had experiences and has done things for better or worse, right, prior to knowing you. And you don't have to love all of it, but it is simply the fact. It is simply, the record of events that happened prior to what you're experiencing now.
Especially starting a relationship later in life. Is that this person that you met? I mean, we're in our 50s. So this person that you meet has
Mm.
this whole life that they had prior to you. And, I never get to have children with you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we get to create together,
Yeah.
but I don't get to experience that when another woman has.
Mm.
Another woman got to experience that with you, and you're the man that I love, and you're the man that I want to be with, and I'll never get to have that experience with you.
Mm.
And that, I can't think too much on it because it's just crazy. I never had children, only because I just never had. It didn't happen for me because I didn't want to be irresponsible. Um, and when I get into a certain point in my life, I'm like, okay, that's just not going to happen. And there was a lot of processing and grieving that I had to do with that. And here I find this amazing man that I would have loved to have met, us being who we are now,
Mm.
you know, 30 years ago or whatever,
Sure.
even 20 years
Even
ago.
20 years ago.
And I would have loved to be able to have experienced that with you. And you got to have that experience with another woman. That is I'm used to it at this point because I'm older.
Sure.
I'm used to the idea of that, right?
Yeah.
And when you meet someone and you realize that they have this whole life that was before you, it's like I always bring myself back to, well, so did I. I had this whole life
Mm.
before you,
Yeah.
and I
We
had all
both.
these things. We both did. And so I can't keep just thinking. I think in respect to respecting somebody's past is like understanding I had my past too.
Sure.
And I lived my life too.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you can't respect your partner's past, all the things that they had experienced that make them who they are today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's aspects of each of our pasts that the other one wouldn't like at all. And we've disclosed all those things and talked about all those things.
Yep.
And my whole idea is, well, I fell in love with who you are today.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who I'm with is today.
Yeah.
I'm not with the guy who did things years and years and years ago.
Yep.
That didn't happen to me.
Same.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you are a person who is unable to get past or to make peace with your partner's history, it's kind of a you problem, isn't it?
It is a you problem, really. I mean, I'd say. I mean, it's like you got to make a decision.
Hmm.
Are you going to hold that person's past against them?
Yeah.
Or are you going to continue to see like the person that who they are right now sitting in front of you? Like, what work had they done? Who
Hmm.
are they? Like, even, there were, some of our biggest learnings and deepest learnings, like we didn't even share with one another until we were together until we knew that we were like, okay, we're really in this. Then it
Hmm.
was like, okay, it's time to have this talk on what I really worked through
Yeah.
and who I am today. I know I wanted to know how to better support you.
Hmm.
How can I be of a better support for this man and walk beside him as he keeps growing from this healing and from the growth? Like, how do I want to show up for him and how can I best show up for him? And so
Hmm.
and that's also why I continue to share my journey with you on deeper levels, and why I share my processes, and um I want to show you, and this is how to best support me as I
Exactly.
continue to grow.
Yeah. And we're both we're both able to hold that energy. We're both able to appreciate that kind of transparency, you know, and neither one of us shies away from it. And I think, and I know that that's a beautiful thing that I'm very, very grateful for. You know, when you've faced when you faced yourself in the mirror, when you've faced yourself in the mirror 100 times, and then another 100 times after that,
Mm,
you get to you get to a place where you understand yourself and you can talk about it and you can recognize another person who's done the same.
mm,
And you can, as we do, you can meet them at that level,
right. Mhm.
which is why I think we're so great together.
Yeah, among many reasons.
Hmm.
I mean, we get it. I've done I've done enough damage to myself in my past and to people around me. For those, who don't know, I've been sober 20 years. Um, and so all the stuff that comes along with that lifestyle of alcohol and drug addiction and, you know, trauma and escaping myself.
Hmm.
And like, who am I to judge?
Well, exactly.
Who am I to judge? I remember one time, I think I was about sober. I think it was like 6 years sober, maybe 4 years sober. I don't remember. I remember going to a retreat and I was talking to, it was a retreat at a monastery, a women's retreat. And I was like, what the hell am I doing in a monastery? But it's actually a quite lovely retreat. And one of the priests was actually in 12-step recovery as well. So I felt really, and I've known him, for a few years at this point, and I felt comfortable talking to him. And I just said, I was like, I am having such a hard time No, I was about 2 years sober, and because it was the terrible twos.
Mm.
I remember saying, I am so judgmental. I am just going around judging other people. It's making me crazy. Like, it was just disturbing me so much because I was being so judgmental for people for everything that they were doing. It was just annoying. I wanted to punch everybody in the throat, like incredibly uncomfortable.
Okay.
And he just kind of laughed. And he said, considering where you were at 2 years ago compared to where you are right now, I'd say that's a pretty good problem to have.
Right.
And immediately I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. And he goes, are you open to some advice? I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm here. So he said, it's okay to judge people's actions as something you would or would not do, but try not to judge their hearts.
Mm.
He's
Hmm.
like, you don't know.
Yeah. I
And I
like
think
that.
it's also, yeah. And I think that's why it's like, when I hear about people's past or even what they're doing like right now, I think generally, even when people are screwing up and being crazy, I think inherently most people are good. They think they're doing good, even when they're not.
Sure.
They usually think they're doing good. They think
Mm.
they're the good guys, right? Like in their hearts, they usually think they're the good guys. And most people, it's not so black and white. I'm
Yeah.
totally aware of the polarity of the grayness of all the scale.
Yeah.
But I find it interesting, and there's the story that I told you about, the Tears of Artemon series by Sarah Ash, the author Sarah Ash, and in that series, the first trilogy, you have the protagonist and the antagonist, and you have the hero and the villain, and then she wrote the next series after that, and it was the same
Mm.
events that was
Right.
happening, but the hero and the villain were switched perspectives. So the same story was happening
Mm-hmm.
at the same exact time of both of those different series, but one of them was this one was the hero
Yeah.
and villain, and then this one, the hero from Hero is now the villain,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the
It's
villain from
genius.
Hero is now it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And I was so intrigued by that. And I had read that series, I think I think it had to have been like 30 years ago
Mm.
because I just found I think the first book is like out of print. So I just found it like on like a
Okay.
thrift store online or like whatever. And I got it. So that started making me think, okay, like I have no idea. Even when I was going through all my stuff, the worst stuff that I was going through,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to hurt anybody.
Mm.
I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. I was lying to myself.
Sure. Same.
Right. So knowing that perspective, of course I'm going to accept somebody's past
Mm.
when they've done the work and they've shown me that they've changed and they've shown me the things that they've done, right?
Yeah.
Of course. I can't possibly I can judge the action as something that I wouldn't do,
Absolutely.
but I can't judge your heart.
Mm.
I just can't. So when somebody has a high body count or has a very active sexual past, maybe that's something that I either wanted to do and didn't, or maybe I'm jealous, but whatever those judgments are,
Mm.
I'm not judging the actions. Then I'm judging if I'm getting angry with them and I can't accept it and I can't do the thing. I'm not judging their actions. I'm judging their motivations. I'm judging their heart. I can judge the actions as something
Yeah.
that I don't like, or
You're
yeah,
assuming their motivations,
I'm
and
making as yes,
you're judging their character,
exactly.
judging their heart.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is yeah, unfair.
I'd say.
Yeah. I
I
don't
mean,
really agree when you said that everybody thinks they're doing good even when they're doing terrible things. That's I'm paraphrasing, but that's kind of that's what I heard when you said that, when you said what you said. And I don't really agree in the sense that, like, when I was at my darkest, when I was fucking up, I didn't feel like I was doing good things, you know? My heart has it's the same heart I have now. It's a good heart. It's it's a deep, caring, loving heart, right? But there was a lot of other shit going on with me. I didn't feel I didn't think that I was doing good things, you know? My good heart was dying. My good heart hated my actions at that time. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't
Yeah, I get
really,
that.
I can't go along with the idea that everybody's coming from a place of wanting to do good or wanting to, be good, and it may be coming out as harmful things or negative things.
Well, I was thinking more of the example of like religion and I wasn't thinking so much as the actual subject.
Okay,
So to say everybody, you're right. I shouldn't say everybody because that was like a very broad generalization of everybody.
sure.
I'm just
But
saying,
even within
like,
the context of religion, I mean, what do you mean by that? Because I don't
I mean, there's
necessarily
plenty
agree
of
with that
people.
either.
Well, there's people that are doing some pretty jacked up shit in the name of religion, but they still think they're doing it for God. I think they're crazy. But like they're still doing it
Hmm.
in the name of, they think they're doing good things
Hmm.
in the name, they think they're the good guy.
They feel their
They
cause is righteous.
exactly is what
Hmm.
I'm saying. And
Okay.
so even when we're doing messed up things, when we have a good heart, I can still justify my actions and lie to myself because I had a good heart. These are actions. This is what I was telling people. Like when I got sober and I went through my inventory and I had to learn how to do an inventory and take responsibility for all my actions. My sponsor was like, it's a moral inventory. It's not an immoral inventory. You don't need to list all this is to see what is your part in this, to see the patterns, to see the behaviors, to take responsibility for these things. If you
Hmm.
have resentments against people, places, things, what is your part in it? Like what did it affect? Like what happened? What did it affect did it affect your self-esteem? Did it affect your, it's all fear. It's all based out of fear. And then what's your part in it, right? What damage did you cause with this? So the damage that you cause is what you are actually responsible for repairing. Now, those things that I did were things that I did. They're not who I am.
Hmm.
They're not even who I was.
Hmm.
Those were things that I did out of fear.
Sure.
Fear is like I think the biggest motivating emotion that humanity has.
Hmm.
Fear or love, right? So it was all out of fear. And then I had to go and repair and make amends for all that damage. And the biggest person I had to start making amends to was me because I hated me.
Yep.
I hated me. So when I share my past with somebody and somebody shares their past with me, I don't hate on them. I give them zero judgment because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me and judge me for shit that I've done in my past when I've done so much work to repair
Hmm.
it, to repair myself.
Yep.
Like, I mean, I have people in my life that still will not let go of things that I had done of mistakes that I had made 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Sure.
And I was like, look, I have repaired as much as I could repair.
Hmm.
And since I've been sober, I've been so much better of doing it in the moment that it happens. right? But if you were going to hang on to a version of me in your head that you've created, you're
Yeah.
hanging on to keep
You've
me.
created yourself and simplified
Mm-hmm.
and exaggerated.
Yeah. Exaggerated it. And you're holding on to that version for whatever your reasons are. And it ain't none of my business.
Sure.
On what your reasons are. There's nothing I can do to change how you feel about me.
Yep.
I just pay attention to my actions when I'm around. And if I'm not around, it's probably because no matter what I do, you're still thinking those things. You're still trying to put me in that box. You're still trying to, and I don't need to be around it. I won't. And so that just continues well, I'm going to stay in this circle, and that's good for you. Stay in that circle. That's a you problem. That's your shit now. Like, you want to get to know me?
Yeah, here I am.
Here I am.
Meet me
Get to
where
know
I
me.
am. Get to know me now. Please.
Please. And it would be great. And I would love that. And I am open at any time for that to happen. Anytime. And I'm not going to beg you for it. I'm not going to beg you for it. And I'm not going to, oh, please look at me, see me. No, this is on you. So if you want to continue to see these things and keep me in a certain character that you created, that's for your own reasons. I don't know what to do about that. But I know I worked on the characters that I had created and let go of those. I let go of those things. But when they keep trying to put me in this box, it keeps trying to trigger all those things that I had. And I don't want to be around. I don't want to be around that.
Yep.
Why would I?
No, it's a totally outdated version of you that just doesn't even exist anymore. So.
And who even knew if it even existed to begin with? So, judging somebody from their past is like, I don't care about your past so much as, what did you learn from it?
What did you learn from it? And who are you today?
Who are you now?
Who are you? Who have you been for the last little while? Who are you? Who are you being going forwards? Who are you with me? How do you show up with me? You know, if in the context of at least this relationship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am the one who got away, and I am also the villain in multiple people's stories.
Sure.
So pick one. But I don't care. I mean, what people think of me, I would hope that each person that I encounter, that I leave feeling better and with goodness.
Yes.
In every situation, I would like to bring something good and make a situation better, always. I would really love for that to be the case. And that is usually what I try to do all the time. Now, right? And what you think of me is none of my business.
It's my woman right there. I love you.
I love you. Yeah. So, what else we got? Got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the questions that I had, the questions that I wrote out are good, and yet I feel like we've really covered. You know, one of the other questions was, can someone's sexual history change how you see them today? Well, yeah, obviously it can, depending on where you're at and what your so-called triggers are and where your like soft spots are. It's like I think we've more than covered that. At what point does curiosity about a partner's past become insecurity? I think it's a similar question.
I think that the depth of the past reveal depends on how deep you want your relationship to go.
Mm.
Bear with me, I'm playing with the idea here. Sharing the depth of what you've learned and worked through with yourself, not necessarily like the past. If you were like an axe murderer, I would probably like to know.
Wasn't that a movie? Wasn't that like a Mike Myers movie? So I married an axe
So I
murderer.
married an axe murderer. Oh my God. I haven't thought about that movie in so long. It was a great soundtrack too.
Is it?
It was a great soundtrack.
So if I had been an axe murderer, you'd want to know. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Sure, I would say that's pretty fair. So I married an axe murderer. Okay.
I think that'd be a reasonable thing to really consider. Like if
they were an axe murderer.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit. Let's turn it around. If you revealed to me that your deep dark secret was that you killed a pet mouse once by, maybe on purpose, maybe by accident, I'd be like, okay, I wouldn't give a fuck, honestly. But if you revealed to me that you, let's say, were an axe murderer, like a convicted axe murderer, I'd be, I'd fuck me.
Fuck me.
I'd be concerned, right? I'd be like, how safe am I while I'm sleeping while I'm unconscious sleeping with this woman? I don't know. That would give me certainly pause for thought.
I mean, yeah, I would. Yeah.
But
so, but how many people have you murdered? Like if it was like a one-time shot.
Oh, if it was a crime of passion, that would be probably okay.
I mean,
I lost
maybe.
my mind. My ex-girl cheated on me, and I fucking slashed her
I don't know if I would think that.
Boyfriend to death.
I mean, more of like, what if I was just curious of what it would have been?
What would it feel like? I'm just having experiences in this life. I haven't ever chopped anyone up with an axe before, so I'd just like to know what that feels like. I had a friend. You know what? You want to hear something hilarious? I had
anything. Go ahead.
I used to work with many years ago. I worked with a woman, and I was exiting my building. We had a kind of a campus, right? So we had like roads and driveways and shit that went in between buildings, and there was a moment where I was basically exiting one building, crossing the sort of internal street, going to the other building. And this woman was in her car, and she was leaving. She was leaving for some whatever reason, and I was basically on a crosswalk, right, in between the adjacent front doors of two different buildings. And it was summertime. She had her window down, and we were friends. And so I said, "Hey, what's up?" And she said, "You shouldn't be walking in front of my car like that. I'm." And she alluded to the fact that she'd be curious to know what it would be like to like run a person over with a car.
What?
She wasn't joking.
You encountered that. I wanted to eat chips. I think like every video we've had so far, I'm eating something.
Yeah, last time you had those peanut butter things. This time it's chips.
It's time. It's Munchos.
I don't hear any crunching at the moment, no.
I'm gonna bust out some food.
Well. Yeah. Jealous of those chips, I'll tell you what.
Well, I'm actually murdering them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean, murder's like totally like a turnoff.
Murder. Where is this conversation going? Murder is a total turnoff.
Murder's like definitely on like the, I should probably not date that person.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know. That is good to know. Some people enjoy a good murder once in a while. You know, some women purposely contact and date serial killers from prison. So, you know, that's a thing. So I'm glad to know that murder does not turn you on. That is
No, I don't like murder.
okay. So you don't like insects by and large, and you don't like murder.
I don't
That's
like
good.
insects either. Mm-mm.
Well, I said insects.
Like bugs.
As opposed to the other kinds of insects.
No, I thought you said insects. So like murder insects.
Oh my God. What?
I mean, sometimes shit gets pretty carried away.
Okay.
Maybe the sex is so good.
Maybe the sex is so
You just
good.
have to murder.
You're gonna murder that pussy.
That's the murder I'm interested in.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're gonna get it next time you're here.
I'm gonna slaughter this cunt.
Nice.
Anyway. All right.
Do you have any more questions for me, Amy?
What's the difference between respecting your partner's past and pretending it doesn't exist? I mean, I think respecting, you can't pretend that somebody's past exists, but if there's something in their past that you find particularly disturbing, I would say you can't dwell on shit and again, focus on who they are today. Like, get the fuck over it. Process what you need to process. So, when you find out any kind of past discrepancies, that maybe it's something that is like, oh fuck, and you're feeling a certain way. There's a couple factors, I think, too. How long ago was it? Was it 6 months ago? Or was it like a decade ago?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And in that time frame, what have they done to work on themselves? And did they lead with this information, or did they like let you get to know who they were before it's like, hey, I got this thing. I'm not ready to talk about it yet, but there's a thing. But I want us to get to know one another. And of course, you could be like, is he an axe murderer? You know?
Sure.
Is he gonna want me to put the lotion in the basket at some point? Like, I'm just saying.
Fuck, you're cute. Yes.
So when you learn the thing, whatever it comes up for you, you got to think, what is it bringing up for me? And if it's really disturbing me, why? What is it bringing up for me in my own experiences that I'm not going to take out on that person? And the evidence of how does that person show up when you learn that information? You know, are they like, here's some information, you on your own, like, you don't like me now, well, that's on you, and getting like defensive and shit? Or
Sure.
hey, here's some stuff.
do they recognize the gravity of whatever it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if they do, they're like, I'm here to answer any questions
Mm-hmm.
that you may have. There's no
There's
ignoring
no
your part.
pretending that it
There's
doesn't
no
exist.
pretending that it doesn't exist, because
That's
if you pretend that it doesn't exist, you're not respecting your partner. You're not respecting the journey that
you're
they've
not
had thus
respecting
far.
anything. You're
Right.
delusional.
You're delusional.
Pretending it doesn't exist.
Right.
Pretending it doesn't exist is not is not the same as not knowing. It's like
Right.
you know
It's
a
not
thing,
ignorance. Yeah.
you know a thing, and you don't like it, and you're just going to park it and hope to never talk about it again.
Yeah. No,
That's
that's
just
not
dumb.
respecting it, because if you're going to respect the person that you're with and they disclose information to you, then it is like, okay, now I understand more deeply on a level like what this person had to work through. So
Sure.
how healed is this person? How healed are you? Like, like where are you at with this? You can't pretend anything doesn't exist. Like, stop lying to yourself.
It's like trying to do a thing. Are you going to do it or not? You can't pretend. You know, you can't pretend. It's just like that's just parking knowledge that you don't want to deal with, or that you are unable to deal with in the moment, right? And I think that it does far more harm than good. You know, if you can't deal with whatever the information is, okay, then
Yeah, but
make a choice. Choose to stay with this woman or this person that you love, and work through it and grow together, or decide that you just can't deal with whatever that information is and say sayonara. Thanks, I can't deal with it. That's on me, and I'm going to go find someone else.
yep.
And that's fine too. That's your path.
Sidebar. Were you afraid that I would do that?
That you would walk away? Yep. Yeah.
So much courage. So much courage. So tell me, why did you tell me? If you were so afraid.
because it was bothering me, because to not share, the to not share my deepest, darkest shame is just like keeping a secret. It's keeping a secret, and it's like, I know that I have a secret, and that's not the foundation I want to create with you. Here, let's have all these great conversations except that one. Let's trust each other completely except in this instance.
Yeah.
Fuck that. No. Yeah, I was afraid that you would walk away, and thank God that you didn't. I didn't really expect it to happen, but it was definitely on my mind. And yeah, I feel at peace. Now I feel like there's basically nothing that we can't talk about, which is what I want.
That's it. Right. Well, it's integrity, and it's showing up to be able to share who you are today and be seen. I think that's, when you share your past with another person, where is it coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sharing it to push somebody away, or are you sharing it to bring them in closer? And you wanted to bring me in closer.
Mm. Yeah, very much so.
And I leaned in closer.
Yes, you did.
It was a process.
I know.
But I want you.
Mm-hmm. And you see me now.
And you're beautiful.
Mm. So are you. So cute. Mm.
Kind of cute.
Say again.
I said I'm kind of cute.
Kinda.
Okay. Is anything in a person's past that would genuinely change whether you'd choose them today? Well, I think we covered that.
Axe murdering would
I was
be
gonna say murder,
an example.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why did you murder?
Well, I mean, every pretty much everything has a reason. You know, there's a
Was it
reason for
self-defense? Was it
there's a reason for people's behavior almost all the time. What was the reason?
the myth? A person's value decreases with sexual experience.
Mm.
Um, I would say the opposite.
I would say that that it depends entirely on the person who's gauging the value.
Yeah, I agree.
You
Yeah, put
know,
that.
a person's experience is just their experience, and it's you know, how do you gauge your own value? That's one thing, right? But when it talks about a person's value decreases with sexual experience, I don't think so. And again, to reference my earlier example, it could, but at the end of the day, the who's doing the judging, and who are they to judge a person's value at all? So
Yeah. hmm Love requires knowing every detail of your partner's past. I don't want to know every detail of
I
your
think so.
past. No. Your partner's past is a
Love
reflection.
requires trust.
No. Yeah.
Love requires trust.
Yeah.
Love requires an understanding of each other,
hmm
and in understanding each other, there's likely to be some long conversations about history, you know. But
You know,
no, I
yeah.
mean, nobody knows every detail of another person's fucking story and
No,
history.
no.
It,
And
even
even the person
I was just
themselves.
gonna say,
I
I don't
don't know
know.
all the details.
50 fucking something years old. I don't know.
What?
I don't remember what I had for lunch today. I
Yeah.
don't remember every detail of my own life experience. I can't
Hmm.
begin to share it all with you, you know, but I'm happy to have the conversations, and share anything that's interesting or anything that's relevant,
Hmm.
you know, anything that weighs on my mind. I'll share it with you, but like, no,
Sorry.
I don't think it's necessary. It shouldn't be like a an exercise, you know. It shouldn't be an exercise in sharing absolutely everything you can think of. What's the point of that?
Well, no. I mean, no.
And I think, again, touch on a point that we've made many times. It's like, I don't really give a fuck to a degree, you know, to a degree.
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck. I want to know who you are today. I want to
There's a
know who
yeah.
you've been, who you are now, who you've been recently. How are you showing up for me? How do I see us going forwards? You know?
You're a good girl.
You sure are.
Makes Denny a sandwich at 1:22 a.m.
Yes, you did. You made Daddy a sandwich at 1:20 in the morning, and it was the best goddamn sandwich I've had in a long time.
Well, you took such good care of me when I had food poisoning.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I would have made you a
that's
sandwich anyway, but it was a nice, like,
Mhm.
you were hungry. And I was like, oh, what do you want me to do? Make you a sandwich? And you're like, it's like, I'll make you a sandwich. Yeah. You're like, I have everything. I got the bread. I got the meats. That's what you said. I got the meat. I got the meats.
Were you surprised? Because you initially said, well, I'd make you a sandwich, but you don't have all the things.
Yeah.
And then I said, yeah, I do have all the things.
And I was like, oh.
In your mind,
I'll
were you
make
like,
a sandwich.
shit? In your mind?
No, I was like, oh, good.
Okay.
Like, I actually was like, I was totally fine making you. I was up. It's not like I was like dead ass asleep and you're like, bitch, get up and make me a sandwich. Wake up. Wake up and make me. Ooh, look at how flabby my arms are. Smacked me in the head with your dick and was like, wake up. Suck this dick and make me a sandwich. He doesn't do that.
What's that?
You don't do that.
Not yet.
She was. No, I'm just kidding.
Now that we're talking about it.
Wish you would wake me up with a dick slap in the face. I'd be like, oh,
okay. Baby, if you like it, I will do it.
No, I'll be like, get the fucking thing out of my face. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay. So, although you never know until you try.
You never know until you try. That's the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to be your partner's first or their last? I mean, look, we already talked about all that. Like, I know there's plenty of things that I'm not going to get to experience with you that I would have loved to have experienced with you.
Yeah.
But regardless, I get to experience the rest of your life with you. Yeah, that's right. I said that.
Play your cards right.
Listen, I made you a fucking sandwich.
If you continue making good quality sandwiches, then yeah, we can talk.
You should be so lucky.
I do feel lucky, and I would be honored and thrilled to have you with me for the rest of my life.
You heard it here. I'll keep that in. Dang.
Where were we going with that?
I don't get to be all of your firsts. I know for me that you are a first in many different regards because I'm a new version of me. I'm more myself than I've ever been. And so each experience and each relationship that I've ever had that I've gotten into is a unique experience. And with you, this is the first time that I felt fully seen and that I can see you. This is the first time that I've had this level of communication with anyone. You and I communicate really well together, which is why we're doing this. Even though I didn't get to experience some major milestones in life that we didn't get to experience together because we were too busy living our lives separately.
Yep.
I just said it always comes down to like it probably wouldn't have worked until now. Until here. Until this. So the woulda, coulda, shoulda, what ifs are
Exactly.
ridiculous to think about.
It becomes a waste of energy.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, it's a very romantic and exciting thought, you know, to think about having babies together, or to think about, doing a trip to Japan, or all sorts
Mm.
of things that
Well, that can't happen.
well, yes, but I've already been to Japan, so it wouldn't be
Well, first,
first
yeah, yeah,
first.
yeah. It'd be my first,
It'd be your
maybe.
first that we can do together. And all the things that we do together will be the first time that we get to do them together.
Oh, I like that. That's cute. Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
so in a
That's
sense,
good.
we have many many firsts, and many, and I think we get the first and last.
I think that we get the best of each other
Hmm.
in our lives.
I agree,
I know you're
because
getting the best version of me.
well, yeah, I'm the best version of me now that I've ever been by far, and I love that. I love me, you know, and I can't wait to continue growing and learning and getting better, with you together. So, what do you think, my love? It feels like we're winding down.
Yeah, feels good. So
I love you.
I love you.